I'm so excited that you decided to play the LeapFrog alphabet game. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to ask you to help me find some letters. Use your DVD remote to move up and down or side to side. When you find the correct letter, push Enter to choose it. Are you ready to play? Then here we go! Try finding the letter that says A. The letter B has bumps on its side and makes the sound B. This letter is always cold. It says K. This letter says D, 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 Daddy-o. This letter sometimes has trouble hearing. He just keeps saying, eh? This letter is awfully useful if you're going to go flying. Find the letter that says F. Try to find the letter that makes the sound G. This letter sounds hot. It says Find the letter that says I. Find this jumping letter that makes the sound J. This letter is always practicing its karate kicks. What letter says K? This letter loves to lick lollipops. I love chocolate cake, and so does this letter. What letter says mmm? Find the letter that makes the sound mmm. This swinging letter makes the sound ah. Popcorn is the favorite snack of this letter. Try finding the letter that says P. Ducks love this letter, and they love to quack. Find the letter that says qua. Revving race cars drive real fast because of this letter. Look for a letter that says R. This letter is curvy like a snake. Find the letter that says S. This tapping letter says t, 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 t. Find the letter that says like in umbrella. This letter vibrates and makes the V sound. Wah, wah, wah. What letter makes the sound wah? What letter says X, like in box or fox? This letter is always cheerful. Find the letter that says Y. Whoops, I dozed off there for a second. What sleepy letter says Z? Leaping linguistics! Well done! Hoppin' homonyms, good work! That's right! Leaping linguistics, you did it! That's right! Good work! Hoppin' homonyms! You did it! You did it! Well done! Oops, what letter says A? Oops, what letter says B? Oops, what letter says K? Oops, what letter says D? D? Oops, what letter says E? Oops, what letter says F? Oops, What letter says k? Oops. What letter says h? Oops. What letter says I? Oops. What letter says g? Oops. What letter says k? Oops. What letter says j? Oops. What letter says l? Oops. What letter says mm? Oops. What letter says mm? Oops. What letter says ah? Oops. What letter says p? Oops. What letter says qua? Oops. What letter says r? Oops. What letter says s? Oops. What letter says t? Oops. What letter says Oops. What letter says v? Oops. What letter says wa? Oops. What letter says x? Oops. What letter says y? Oops. What letter says z? The A says ah. The A says ah. Every letter makes a sound. The A says ah. The B says b. The B says b. Every letter makes a sound. The B says b. The D says d. The D says d. Every letter makes a sound. The D says d. The E says the E says every letter makes a sound. The E says the C says the C says every letter makes a sound. The C says the F says the F says every letter makes a sound. The F says the G says the G says every letter makes a sound. The G says the H says the H says every letter makes a sound. The H says the I says the I says every letter makes a sound. The I says the J says the J says every letter makes a sound. The J says the K says the K says every letter makes a sound. The K says the L says the L says every letter makes a sound. The L says the M says the M says every letter makes a sound. The M says the N says the N says every letter makes a sound. The N says the O says the O says every letter makes a sound. The O says the P says the P says every letter makes a sound. The P says Q says
Quack.
The Q says
Quack.
Every letter makes a sound. The Q says
Quack.
The R says The R says Every letter makes a sound. The R says The S says The S says Every letter makes a sound. The S says The T says The T says Every letter makes a sound. The T says The U says The U says Every letter makes a sound. The U says The V says The V says Every letter makes a sound. The V says This is Tad and he is here to learn about the W.
When I play it over here, the room, it starts to shake. In my ear, what I found, it's the sound that you make.
Wow! This learning letter stuff is fun. Thanks.
You are welcome, don't you know?
It's time for us to go.
This lesson, it is through.
What is the sound of it? W.
The X says The X says Every letter makes a sound. The X says The Y says The Y says Every letter makes a sound. The Y says Lullaby, Z, Z, Z. Catch some Z's when day is done. Zzz is your sound. Now go to sleep, my little one. That was fun. Press the green button to play again, or press the red button to go back to the menu.